Welcome, everyone, to famed Sanford Stadium between the hedges in Athens, Georgia, home to the Bulldogs and 90,000 of their closest friends. We've been tracking this matchup for weeks, thinking about a possible top 5 collision. Both teams have done their part, and now here we are, as we'll see the number 3 team in the country, the Florida State Seminoles, taking on the 5th-ranked team, the Georgia Bulldogs. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Chris Fowler, joined here in the booth by Kirk Herbstreit. Kirk, let's get to the action on the field. Bulldogs will kick this away to get us going here. He'll take the return and try to get some better field position. And the returner is brought down.
That return backfires on him. Now, their offense is stuck with the ball inside their own 10.
This crowd coming to life here, trying to help the defense get a stop. The offense pinned back. From the shotgun, it's a handoff.
See, that's how you limit what an offense wants to do. This time, the defense just won the battle up front at the line of scrimmage, not giving up any big plays. Everybody's gap sound. It's really solid defense on that play.
Just underway, and this home crowd is fired up and ready to make a difference today. Looking to pass here on 2nd down. Quick throw, testing the middle. Makes the catch downfield. Tackle made, but a strong arm throw by the senior quarterback.
But good job with the offensive line giving his quarterback time to throw. And you can see the damage he can do to you when he does have time. A great throw and something you just kind of expect in Tallahassee, a quarterback that can make throws like this.
Completion good for 1st down yardage for this offense. A pop pass on the jet sweep. They stop him after a 6-yard gain, so 2nd and 4.
Here early in the game, the defense right away realizes what they're up against. Having an opportunity to move this receiver around to give him a chance to get out in space are the plays that can really cause a defensive coordinator headaches.
Second down, we're going to throw it. That's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no flag, brings up 3rd down.
You know, this is the one thing I love about this running back is his ability to get involved in the pass game. Runs a great route, just doesn't come down with a catch.
After the incompletion, they'll come to the line for a 3rd and 4. Back to throw again. Incomplete. He was hit as he threw the ball. That's a big 3rd down defensive play. Aggressive start to this game. They're going to go for it on 4th down. Here's the snap. Offense looking to throw the ball. Snags the quick throw. To get him down quickly, not much of a gain on that completion.
Chris, I understand what you're doing here. As a play caller, you want to take that chance. You want to keep the ball. You want to keep the drive alive. But this is the risk you take, and the defense comes up with a huge stop.
Quarterback making adjustments now to what the defense is showing. He's running out of time here. Hit as he released it. It's caught downfield. Forced out of bounds after a nice gain. The offense is knocking on the door with a first and goal. Dogs line it up with first and goal. First and goal, handoff. And he runs it into the end zone. Touchdown, Bulldogs. And now here comes the point after attempt. BAT is good. They jump in front, 7-0. Kickoff team is on the field. Let's see if they give the returner a chance to bring this one back. And that kick will just bound into the end zone for a touchback. And here comes the Florida State offense on the field. Out of the shotgun, he'll hand it off.
Chris, you know, the spread era over the years has always grown offensively, but what I've been always impressed with defenses that really build their defense to play in space still have an ability to be sound at the line of scrimmage and defend a running game. It's exactly what we saw right there.
Second down after that run on the previous play. Quarterback looking to connect with the receiver here. Off target with the throw, incomplete. Offense will try to convert a 3rd and long from the 27. We'll see if the defense brings the blitz. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. Receiver makes the grab. They bring him down, but that's a good play. Moves the ball to the 39.
What a clutch play here by this offense to convert on 3rd down. I know it's still early in this game, but the fact that they dug themselves a hole to convert there and keep this drive alive, they got a new set of downs and a chance to dig into this lead.
Here comes a first down pass attempt. Trying to extend the play. Took contact on the throw. That's incomplete. Even on a first down pass attempt, he felt heavy pressure.
Mobility can be a blessing or a curse for some quarterbacks. Sometimes they feel that they can make a play on every single opportunity because they have such speed. Instead of just getting down or throwing it away, they try to force the issue. This one almost backfires on him as he tried it.
And the senior making a disruptive impact play.
Boy, great job here by this defensive lineman from Georgia using his hands and his speed to close in on the quarterback and come up with this sack. And they've had some great ones over the years, Chris, as you know, starting with our guy, David Pollack, who had as good a career in his time in Athens as anybody who's ever put on that uniform. Richard Seymour, brilliant career with the Patriots, but it all started in Athens. Jalen Carter, just an enforcer up front. Not even throw in Geno Atkins, but a great career in the interior of that Georgia defensive line.
Well, the offense failed earlier in a 4th and attempt. They'll try it again here. Quarterback drops back, probing the secondary. And it's incomplete on fourth down. The offense will now take over in plus territory.
This is the chance you take here as an offensive coordinator and a play caller. You go for it here, you draw it up perfectly, you think this is the right play, and then the execution is not there. So the defense catches a break, and they get the ball back to their own offense.
Using the ground game here. Tailback has the handoff. Heads out of bounds after a solid gain, more than enough to pick up a first down.
With great patience and acceleration to be able to pick up this first down by this back from Georgia. You think of Georgia backs, you think about Herschel Walker right away, right? Sonny Michel, Todd Gurley, Nick Chubb, Noshawn Marino. I mean, the list goes.
Touchdown, dogs. Strong game by this quarterback. They're set now to try the PAT. The kick sails through, so the lead is 14-0. Here's the kickoff team now, set to boot this one away. Fields it just outside the goal line. Coverage team brings down the returner. And the Seminoles offense comes back on the field. Last time they gambled and lost, went for it in fourth down in their territory and got stopped. First play of the drive, they'll come out throwing. It's incomplete. He was hit as he threw. Good pass rush there on first down.
Kind of a fine line here, Chris, for me when it comes to throwing a screen pass. You don't want to throw it too early, obviously, and the defense reacts quickly and can sniff it out. And you definitely don't want to throw it too late and potentially get sacked. You've got to make sure it hits just right for this play to work.
Quarterback looking to throw it on second down. He's moving out of the pocket. And he just throws it away.
Man, I like this play. I mean, not only is it the right play, throwing it away like that, but given that he had no other option, he just did what he's supposed to do to survive and get ready for this next down.
And wow, listen to this crowd noise. This stadium is vibrating. That's why this is such a tough place for visitors to play. Defense is coming after him. Running back grabs it on the screen. Football comes out. It's a turnover.
Well, that's why drills almost every single day in practice. You just can't put the ball on the turf like that. But give credit to the defender for the hit, because that's what caused the fumble.
Heads-up move by the head coach using that challenge. Officials will reverse the call on the field after taking a closer look. And the offense stays on the field. They're going to go for it on fourth down in their own territory. And the quarterback tucks it and takes off as a design run. He's tackled short of the 30, but that's good enough for a first down.
Chris, I'll be honest, man. I thought on fourth down and one, they might be just trying to draw the defense off sides, but they caught me and probably the defense by surprise as well, especially on their own side of the field. Gutsy play call right there to keep this drive alive.
The Noles begin a new series here, 1st and 10. Here's the snap. Quarterback drops back. Goes to his right side there for the completion.
Well, they don't pick up the first down here, but if you can use the quick passing game to stay ahead of the chains, it definitely helps your offense. And if that defense starts to creep up to take that away, that's when you can take a shot downfield.
It's second down after that completion. He hands it to the back. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2. The offense goes 5 wide, empty backfield. Shotgun formation here on third down. Receiver looks it in. It's complete. And he's brought down, but not before he gets first down yardage.
Well, that's exactly how you dice up a zone coverage. Nice throw downfield here on third down, and a really good route to give the quarterback a chance to make that play.
Offense comes up to the line. They might have a chance for a couple more plays before the quarter expires. They're going to run it. Back gets the carry. Defense makes the tackle as the final seconds of this first quarter run out.
That's the end of the first quarter. Georgia 14, Florida State 0.
Here we go. First play of the quarter. Offense setting up for a second down play. And they'll run it. Hand it off to the running back. They tackle him behind the line. A loss of 4.
Well, the back just had nowhere to go. How about the defensive line? They eat up all the blocks up front, freeing those linebackers up to be able to make the play. Just a bad play all around for this offense.
Not going to be easy here. Backed up a long way to go for a first down. Drops back, needing a third down completion here. Trying to create outside the pocket, but they've got him for a sack.
Chris, that's on the offensive line right there. They definitely have to be feeling responsible because it's almost like you didn't protect your little brother back there.
Fourth down and very long, but the offense still on the field. They're going to go. Quarterback sets up, looking for an open man. Testing the defense with a throw downfield. It's incomplete. The defense makes a big fourth down stop.
Really thought that this was going to work out, showing an aggressive approach here, going for it on fourth down. Looked to be there. They just weren't able to complete it.
They'll try the right here. He's marked out of bounds after an excellent game, but there is a flag on the field. This one might be coming back. This line getting set up. It's a first down play. And the runner takes off to his right. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2. The Dogs will come to the line to run the hurry-up. Sticking with the running game. In the clear at the 25. Oh, and he's free down the left side. Can they run him down? Touchdown, Georgia. Made the defense look slow that time. But they'll try to add to the lead now with the PAT. Convert the PAT, so the lead is now 21. Kickoff team on the field getting set now. Doesn't bring the kick out. Touchback. They'll start at the 25. And the Florida State offense heads back onto the field. The last possession, they came up empty, went for it on fourth down in their end and got stopped. Here's that defense shifting again. And the junior able to get home with the sack.
Boy, what an incredible push by this defensive line. And if you're going to survive in the SEC, the teams that really separate themselves are the teams that have great defensive linemen, especially in the interior. And Georgia has had an incredible legacy over the years, and it's nice to see that this player right here is trying to live up to it.
Pass protection, a serious issue. Another sack makes it second and long. From the gun, he looks for an open man. Makes the throw across the middle of the field. Intercepted, picked off by the defense. Going the other way. Can they stop him? Inside the 10. So a great return following the pick. They're finally able to get him down.
He didn't really seem to feel like he had anybody open. He just puts it up in the air, and the defense says, thank you, we'll take it.
Suddenly off the interception, it's first and goal for this offense. Couldn't quite get there, brought down at the 2.
Well, the defense is locked in on this running back, and for good reason. He's already scored a couple touchdowns. If I'm the offensive coordinator, give it to him one more time. Let him make it a hat trick.
And it's a touchdown, but there is a marker on the field. And the head coach will decide to accept the penalty and take the yardage. Second and goal for the offense. They'll run it to the right side. Touchdown, Bulldogs. Still no answer for this offensive machine. And now the try here for the extra point. The extra point is good, and they stretch the lead a little bit more. Now they get set to kick it away. He thought about returning it, but instead takes a knee. It'll be a touchback, and they'll start at the 25. And here comes the Florida State offense on the field. The last possession ended in an interception. Let's see if they continue to trust this quarterback in the passing game. They flip it to him on the jet sweep. Only a small gain. Now looking at 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd down.
There's the snap. Looking to throw the ball. There's a screen pass to the running back. They make the tackle, but not before a solid gain on that pass.
Screen plays are risky because the defense can get to the quarterback, and it also can be covered. Many times, the quarterback just throws it away. Here they get some positive yards.
Looking to pick up the first down through the air. They've got him. Defense comes up with a sack.
I can't believe the amount of pressure this defense is getting on this quarterback. Sack after sack. Boy, you got to think about changing things up. The snap count, the scheme, anything at all to help this offensive line. They're overmatched so far in this game.
Talk about aggressive. The head coach keeping the offense on the field inside their own 30. 4th down. He's throwing for it. Flips it to the running back, but he's got work to do. Tackle made to the 41. That's a nice gain, getting closer to midfield.
Man, that's got to be deflating for this defense. They had this offense right where they wanted, and then they come up with a 4th down conversion with that pass.
1st down here. The offense has time for one more play before the 2-minute warning. On 1st and 10, they'll look to throw it. Here's a shot toward the right sideline. So we've reached the 2-minute warning, and this offense trying to get something going here and cut into this lead before halftime. Incompletion makes it 2nd down. There's the snap. They'll set up to throw. Fires it to the wideout. And the pass is intercepted. A takeaway for the defense. Going the other way. Can they catch him? Crosses the 10. And he's going to score on the pick 6. Touchdown, Dogs. Well, they'll try to add to the lead now with the PAT. PAT is good, and the lead grows to 35-0. Now the kickoff team is out on the field. Returner decides to fair catch this. The Seminoles offense comes back on the field. This has been a rough first half. They'll have to regroup in intermission, but in the meantime, let's see if they can get some momentum going. First play of the drive, they're going to throw the football. Looking right, this one caught. Tackle made at the 41. It's a nice gain. They're getting closer to the 50.
Well, it's got to start somewhere, and there's a nice first down to keep this drive alive and hope to be able to create a little bit of momentum here near the end of the first half, trying to cut into this lead and get some points on the board.
On 1st and 10, looking to throw. Looking to set up a screen pass here. They bring him down, but not before he gains first down yardage.
Well, this is great execution here on this screen play to the running back to pick up big yards and a first down. And I think in the process, Chris, they send a message to the defense. You can rush our quarterback all you want, but when you do, you better be careful because we're going to throw the screen on you.
The offense finally producing here. Sets up a 1st and 10. Oh, nice play by the defender. Got a hand in there to break up the pass.
It is really tough on a quarterback when he thinks he's got a completion and an open man downfield. The ball's just about to get to his receiver. Then out of nowhere, the defensive back steps in front of it and knocks away. Nice job.
Second down play coming up. And he'll set up to throw. And he's going to float this one to the right side. He's picked for a 3rd time tonight. Not much room in that return. Tackled at the 16, but an important takeaway for this defense.
Chris, if you're going to make that throw, that's called a 2-ball. That means it's got to be on a line. Here, he puts it way up in the air and allows the defender to come over and make a play on the ball. Great job by the defense.
And the powerful Georgia offense is back out on the field. They've really built momentum in this game. They've been hard to stop. Can the defense make going for a big play downfield? The catch is made for a huge pickup. And he busts loose right down the middle. It's a foot race. And he takes it all the way to the end zone. Touchdown, Georgia.
This guy can do it all. We've seen him go behind coverage and make plays downfield. We can see him catch the ball underneath just like this. When he catches a football, he is so dangerous after the catch. This one leads him into the end zone for the 6 points.
So they'll try to add to the lead now with the PAT. And the PAT is good as they continue to pull away even more. So the offense getting some momentum before halftime with the touchdown. Now they kick off and hopes the defense can get a quick stop. Trying to make a play from deep in his end zone. Tackled at the 14. Not very good field position to start here. And the Florida State offense heads back onto the field. Backed up this close to their end zone in the final minute. Let's say they just decide to take care of their football and look toward the second half. And he's intercepted for the 4th time tonight. Look at him run through those tacklers. Touchdown, Bulldogs. And the defense joins the party with a pick 6. And the kick is up and good. They tack on a point to their lead. So after the touchdown, here's the kickoff, and we'll see what the opposing offense has time to answer before halftime. And it comes out to the 25. No return attempted there. Here comes the Florida State offense on the field. They've got a choice here in the final minute. Do they get aggressive, try to cut into this lead, or play it safe and point toward the second half? Quarterback escapes the pocket. And that's interception number 5. When will this QB get the hook? Not a long return, but the important thing to pick right out of scoring threat. The offense will take over from the 29. So they'll start this drive with less than a minute remaining on the first half clock. On 1st and 10 here, looking to throw the ball. Quarterback escapes the pocket and takes off. Nobody open downfield. He just throws it away.
Man, the defense took everything away from him. What do you expect him to do? He can't force the ball into traffic and potentially throw the interception. Does a good job of getting out of the pocket, away from the pressure, and just throw the ball away. See what...
Here's a shot toward the end zone. And it's picked off in the end zone. Not much on the return, but the defense comes up with a takeaway.
Well, the quarterback ends up being a tad aggressive, and he ends up paying for it with a pick. I get that that might be part of his playing style, but there's a difference between being aggressive and being careless.
And the Seminoles offense comes back on the field. It'd be a surprise if they took a risk here in the final seconds of the first half, backed up near their own end zone. And it's incomplete. The defender arrived at the same time as the football, and now it's second down.
Everything about this play tells you about today's offenses and what they're asking out of their running backs. You can't just be a guy who runs the football anymore. You have to be able to catch it as well, and he didn't do a very good job of it on this play.
The offense with 5 receivers now, empty backfield. Quarterback wants to throw it on second down. Looking for his back. He flips it to the back across the middle. They stop the receiver, but that's a solid gain on that play.
One thing I love about this back is how he gets involved in the passing game. Nice catch here.
So the offense looking to be efficient here. Not much time remaining before the end of the half. In the third and short, they'll try to throw for it. Here's another interception, but we're losing track. And he's got some open field ahead. Touchdown, Dogs. And the defense adds 6 with the interception return.
Chris, how about the safety here just kind of sitting back, waiting patiently to read the quarterback, and then once the ball's in the air, there's the range to come up with that interception. And I love that he's got the speed in the hands to make this quarterback pay for it.
So they'll try to add to the lead now with the PAT. PAT is good as they build on this big lead. Minutes going to wrap up the first half here. Let's kick it down to Kevin Connors with our halftime update. And the Seminoles will kick it off to begin the second half. Bringing it out, it's Connors. Tackled at the 14. Not very good field position to start here. And the Georgia offense is back out on the field. First play of the second half, they keep it on the ground. And he's out of bounds after gaining decent yardage. The Dogs looking to use the up-tempo offense here. Testing the right side here. Breaking free at the 35. Breaks clear, end zone ahead. Finally, they make the tackle, but this defense reeling after a huge explosive play.
And this guy is as fast as there is in college football. It's so much fun to watch him when he gets out in space with room to go. And you just know the home crowd is loving this.
Okay, ready?
Big chunk play. This offense operating at peak efficiency.
In blue. Ready?
And looking to throw now on first down. On the run here, lets it go. And he finds his tight end for the catch. Brought down, but broke a tackle. Produced a solid gain there.
Boy, that's pretty good coverage here by this defense. Not much of a window to throw this ball into, but the quarterback's accuracy and the size of the tight end picks up a nice gain.
Ready,
That completion makes it second and medium.
325.
Now, with the play fake, he'll look to throw it. And he'll loft it to the end zone. Pass block, can he get in? Brought down at the 3-yard line, but this offense now has a first down and goal right there.
Chris, the more we watch these spread offenses attack in today's game, it's not just about the vertical shots where the taller receivers